Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here with a scrapbook process video using my March stash kit that I put together, and this kit was primarily made up of sort of a masculine sided set of colors, I guess you could say, or you could call it fall. This isn't a fall photo, but it kind of has that sort of feel to it, I think. And there you saw everything that I pulled from that kit. Most of the kit had been made up of just scrap papers. And so I ended up pulling from my stash a black piece of cardstock as well as this very old Chamel grid paper. I believe this might have come from her first collection, but I love a good grid paper. And so I am using this for my background, and I'm just trimming it up and making it fit as a background on that black cardstock. Now, to add some interest, I did decide to put a few ink splatters on the background. I like just to add that little addition of interest to my background so that it's not completely just a flat grid pattern paper. So here you see I've taken some gold high swap color shine, and I also have this green, which is from Shimmers, and it is the Pining for You color. This was one of the colors that came in their very first color kit, and so I had based my kits for March on that color kit, and so I grabbed that to add a little bit more color to the background and interest. So I am going to just dab up a few of those bigger drops and put it off to the side to dry. Next, I am going to take here some of this gold, it's kind of a ribbon slash washi tape, and I'm going to take my little trick and put it on white cardstock. And in this case, instead of just using it as a strip on my page, I am actually going to take my star punch and punch a few of these gold glitter stars, and those will be sort of the element that I will carry around my page will be stars. So you'll see them come in here on the layout in a little bit, but that's a great way to use your washi tape or your ribbon that's got that glitter effect on it. You can make your own embellishments and use your punches and just put it on white cardstock to give it the stability and punch them out. It's a great way to get that used up because there's always a lot of it and it takes forever to use washi. Next, I decided to work on my photo layers. So here I have taken all of the scraps that were in my kit, and I have an orange and some green and some yellow pattern paper. And again, the kit was primarily made up of these scraps, and so I am just going ahead and layering these strips of paper up to make an interesting photo layer behind my photo. Most of these layers are going to go toward the right side of my photo, and then I will have some other elements that'll go to the left. That'll be on the layout in a bit. Now, I am not following any sketch or scrap lift for this one. I was just in my scrap room and wanted to put a layout together, and so I decided to go ahead and film it. So I am kind of just putting some papers together in a way that I think looks nice, and this layout actually came together pretty quickly because I was using my stash kit, and so I didn't have to think a whole lot about what coordinated and what, looks nice together. I already had that part done, so I kind of was able to just take the scraps, and in most cases I used them in pretty much the size they were, and I'm just layering them up, which is sort of an easy, I don't have to think about it a whole lot kind of layout to put together. And so there you see I have created my background. I used that punch to add just a little interest to the layers there for my photo mat. Now I'm taking this, I believe it's kind of like a Project Life card, and I didn't want the whole card. I just wanted this ready for adventure, and that is going to go with my title in a few minutes on the layout. Now, off camera, I did do my journaling on that Project Life card, and there is a title at the top. I believe it says Wonderful Fall or something like that. However, this has nothing to do with fall, so I'm going to cover that up, as you'll see here in a few minutes. But before I do that, I did add behind my photo, I did add a doily for some additional texture on this layout, as well as I have this little star trim. Now, like I said, I was using sort of that star element as a repeating element for the page, and so I'm taking some of that trim and I'm just putting it here to the left of my photo, just a little bit peeking out so that I get, again, some more of that reoccurring star pattern happening around the layout. And here's where you're going to see me cover up those words that I don't want. This is a great way that if you have a card that you like, but it says, you know, it has something on it that you know you're never going to use on a layout, this is great to just take all of those embellishments that you have, those labels and even punched pattern paper, and just create an embellishment cluster over top of those words or the elements on a card that you might not like. It's a great way to get it used up and out of your stash. So that is what I am doing here. I'm also, for two of my clusters, and I'll put this washi in my third cluster as well, I added some washi in the background, and then I am going to start layering up and gluing down my different layers. So I have one layer there that's going to be over top of my journaling. I have a layer there that's going to be on top of the photo to the right. And sorry, there was my cat for a second that wanted to make an appearance in this video. And so I am just going to show you here a bit of my process as I glue some of the things down, and then I will glue the rest of this down off camera. But I'm just going to create my clusters here with all those bits and pieces that you saw me pull from my stash kit. And I am going to put my title up there at the top left. And again, I'm going to add that washi and some embellishing for another cluster up there. Now, to finish off this layout, I did take some of these wood veneer stars that I had left. I had only had 3, so it worked out perfectly, 1 for each cluster. Then I'm going to repeat again that element of the stars and put around my clusters those gold stars that you saw me punch at the beginning. As a final touch, I am going to add some of these iridescent sequins in yellow and green, and I believe orange was the other color that I pulled. I kind of just went through and picked out the ones that matched, and I'm going to just sprinkle those in each of my clusters and around my layout. And with that, this layout is done. So again, really quick page, but I love how it turned out. I will leave you with the still photos, and be on the lookout for my March layout share, as well as my April kit and a haul video, which should be coming up on my channel very soon. So guys, have a great day, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.